Hey guys, it's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning into this video. You are watching a re-edited and re-uploaded version of a previous video. Recently, I've just had to delete a bunch of old videos that included table footage just to comply with Massachusetts Gaming Commission's rules and regulations, also with MGM Springfield as well. So every Saturday for the next couple of weeks, I'll be re-uploading some sort of old content for you guys. So I'll still be sticking with my normal schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be some sort of normal poker content and video. Every Saturday will be an archived old one just to re-upload it, and I didn't want the video to go to waste. So hopefully you enjoy this one. Just as a heads up, you may or may not have seen this before, and also the video quality will be pretty terrible as I had to completely wipe out the whole video, so you only see the graphics of what the hand was. But hopefully you enjoy. I just didn't want the video to go to waste, and thanks for watching. Yo, what's up guys, your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm back at the old campus, UMass Amherst, going for a hockey game, and we're hitting MGM tomorrow morning, but wanted to get some footage right now. Start this intro off right, start this video off right with some highlights of the hockey game. UMass hockey, go UMass, go the zoo. Hopefully gonna get some drone footage as well, so hopefully you enjoy the B-roll, hopefully enjoy the clips, and anyways, we're gonna go into the game, see what happens, and after that we'll play at MGM tomorrow morning, so let's go ahead and do that.
You're gonna be able to jump over that. They're all previous hockey players. There's only people I can see like that. They know their plays, stupid rules.
Yo, just got here at MGM. It's the next day. UMass won the game in convincing fashion. It was Cal McCartney. He was supposedly in the building, and he came back to UMass. But anyways, whatever. That was a cool day. UMass winning hockey. It's always a good time. Here at MGM, let's get some hand footage for you guys. Let's hop into a session. You're gonna play some 1-2. First thing that we'll go over in this video, we have pocket queens in the small blind. One of the most active players on this table opens it up to $12, and we get some more action behind him as 3 players make the call. Action's on to me here with a ton of action my way, and especially out of position. I go ahead and 3-bet this on the bigger side to $70. The pre-flop raiser jams his stack of 103, and it folds all the way back to me. Easy call against a super active player, and also for only $33 more. We're going with it. We make the call, and we go to a run out. The flop comes king 3, 8, 2 hearts. The turn is another 8, and the river is a 7. Not feeling amazing about the queens, but sometimes we could be good here, and he shows ace king of diamonds, so we lose that one first hand of the day. Next hand here, we have pocket sevens under the gun with a button straddle. I open things up to $20, and only the button makes the call. So here, off to a flop, button can easily have a super wide range. Flop comes king 6, 3, 2 clubs, and here just going to c-bet $20. There's one card to my over, but I could be ahead so often here, so bet $20, and he makes the call. We are off to a turn, which is an 8 of spades, and here I check. He throws out a bet of $25 and super priced in, probably betting super light, probably on a draw. I go ahead and make the call, and we're off to a river, which is another 6. So second pair on the flop is now paired, and we don't really beat a whole lot here. I check. He does not have a huge stack. He jams his whole stack in for a total of $51. And yeah, super priced in to call with pocket sevens, but not really finding a hand I beat. I go ahead and just fold, and he shows me the 6 of diamonds, so he looks like he got there on the river, and we lose that one. Hand after that is king 10 of spades in late position. There's a limper to a middle position player who raises things up to $5. A big stack makes the call to my direct right, and here in position of both players, not really going to be playing this hand for $5. Definitely strong enough to, I guess, 3-bet, or you can call this a 3-bet here. So I go ahead, 3-bet to $25. The on the gun limper makes the call, and so does the pre-flop raiser. These players are both of the loosest players right now on the table, and we're going to go to a flop. We're in position. Flop comes ace, 8, 2, 2 spades out there, so we got the nut flush draw, and definitely can rep this ace. So when it checks to me, just going to make a standard c-bet of $55, and both of them fold pretty quickly.
55.
Next hand, we have ace king with a button straddle here. I open it up to $20, and we get too many callers. It's 4 of them. 4 callers, and very action table for sure. We're going to a flop 5 ways out of position. Flop comes ace 6 deuce, 2 hearts out there, and here obviously a pretty great flop for us as we hit a pair. I go ahead and lead for $80, and on such a call-happy table and a call-happy board, I think with any ace or any heart draw is probably going to have to call here given the action so far. The player to my left tanks for a while and ends up folding, and everyone else folds right behind her, so we don't get any action with our ace-king, but we take it down, going multi-way to a flop. Next hand we'll go over, we have pocket 9s in the cutoff, a middle position player who can be a little spazzy, opens things up to $13. The player to my right with a really big stack makes the call, and here, knowing that the middle position player, 1, could be raising super late here, and is also fairly short, I think pocket 9s is definitely the best hand here so far given the action, so I 3-bet to $60 in position. The middle position player ends up jamming his total stack of $100. The big stack folds, and obviously we are going to be calling here all the time. So we call, and let's go to a run out and a flop. Flop comes 7-5 deuce. Turns and rivers is an 8 and a 7. We have pocket 9, so we're feeling pretty decent about it. He has ace 10 offsuit, so we take it down with pocket 9s. Hand after that, king jack offsuit in the cutoff. An early position player limps. The player to my right raises to $15. Here in position, king jack off. We're going to call the 15, and so does the limper. We're off to a flop 3 ways. The flop comes 6, 7, jack, 2 clubs out there. And here in the spots with top pair, middle pre-flop raiser to my right, he throws out a bet of $30. Not going anywhere with top pair. I obviously make the call, and we are going heads up to a turn. Turn comes the queen of diamonds, and he once again fires for $50. I now am just going to the tank a little bit and thinking about the possible holdings that I beat, and there's not a whole lot. I don't think this player is going to be double barreling as a bluff here ever, especially on this board here. Really, the only thing I beat are flush draws right now, and I kind of block it with the jack of clubs. So, given this spot, just not really comfortable with it, but at the end of the day, I actually ended up making the call. Really don't like this. I lose to a lot of combinations, and obviously any overpair, any ace-queen, any queen-jack, I'm definitely behind now, obviously. Just hands like that, just not really feeling comfortable with this queen out there, but I make the call, and we're going to a river to evaluate. The river is the king of clubs. So the flush gets there, but we improve to 2 pair. He throws out a small bet of $50, and there's no way that I'm going to be getting away from here with 2 pair. I toss in the call, snap call, and he shows 2 red pocket kings. So nice hand by him. Really bad call on me on the turn. I thought about it for a while and ended up making the wrong decision. So that's how that went. The hand after that, we look down at pocket aces in the small blind, and there are 2 limpers to me. Here, not the ideal position to be in, but we can't complain about aces. I raise things up to $18, and on this table, obviously, both players are going to make the call. We're off to a flop out of position. Flop comes queen 10-5 rainbow. Pretty decent board for us, not really losing to a whole lot here. Not a whole lot of 2 pair combos, so I go ahead and bet $25, and only a middle position player makes the call. We're off to a turn, which is the 6 of clubs, bringing in a backdoor flush draw. Here, obviously, just going to have to go for value. Probably hoping to go for 3 streets for sure. I bet $60, and once again, he makes the call. So, kind of smells like a 1 pair holding. Probably 2 pair raises on this turn, but, you know, we're pretty confident with top pair here, or the best pair here, really. We're off to a river, which is the deuce of hearts. Looking at a stack, trying to get max value from a queen, or maybe even if I jam big enough. I'd get a 10 to hero call this. So I go ahead and put it all in. I jam my whole stack. It's about $140 effective. He goes into the tank for a while and ultimately ends up making the call. We show pocket aces and we are good. So we get max value from this player, and always nice to win a big pot with aces. Shortly after that, we have king queen offsuit in early position. I open it up to $15, and on this table, action doesn't stop here at MGM Springfield. We get 3 callers, and the flop is pretty good. It's queen 10-3. So top pair, decent kicker, multied way here, obviously going to c-bet $45 here. The player to my right, or player to my left actually, makes the call, and a middle position player calls as well. Interesting spot because there's not a whole lot out there, and I got 2 callers with top pair. Hoping to get a blank turn and evaluate that. The turn is a deuce. The player to my left has about $400-ish behind, and the middle position player is pretty short. As much as I should be betting bigger for value here, just didn't really love how 2 players made the call. There's a flush draw, and I have a decent queen. 1 pair, definitely need to bet for sure, but I want to get value from any worse hand like queen jack or queen 9 maybe. Like, we'll see. I go ahead and throw out a really small bet of $75. Just 1 pair, trying to get value. The player to my left makes the call, so she has about $325 behind on the river, and the middle position player jams or calls for less, about $53 total. We're off to a river, which is the 4 of clubs, and here just going to play it on the more conservative side. Maybe even let missed diamond draws to bluff at it. I check here with 1 pair, just going to have to check call, and she quickly checks it back. She shows ace-4 of diamonds, so she was going on that draw, and I win with king queen, so I win the main and the side pot, so I'm happy to take down that pot there. We've been running pretty well, and we're on to this hand under the gun where we have ace-queen of clubs with a button straddle. The player to my right, the big blind, opens things up to $20. He's sitting on a really big stack covering me. I'm probably playing somewhere between $1,300-$1,400 effective at this point, something like that. So I go ahead and 3-bet to $60. A very loose cutoff makes the call, and the big blind, like I said, huge stack, makes the call as well. So we're actually the 3 biggest stacks on the table. We're playing in this pot, and we're going to see what happens. The flop comes queen, jack, 6, 2 spades, and a heart out there. And here it's flopping top pair, obviously, definitely going to be betting here for value. A lot of draws out there, a lot of hands I can get value from. So I go ahead and bet $75 when it checks to me. The cutoff makes the call, and the button folds. So we're off to a turn, which is a king of hearts, bringing a backdoor flush draw with the hearts out there, and this card is just not that great for us. We lose to king queen, we lose to king jack, we lose to a lot, and also brings in more draws out there as well. But so with all that out there and basically second pair now, I go ahead and check, just pot controlling, not really feeling comfortable betting here. It seems like it's absolute suicide. I'm only getting worse, and I'm only getting better to call. So I check, and he checks it back. We're off to a river, which is the 6 of diamonds. Action once again goes check, check. He announces that he has a jack, and I show and win. So made a pretty light call there. Happy to take it down, happy to get some value on the flop, and not too bad. The last hand of the session that we'll go over today, we have pocket kings on the button. A early position loose player opens things up to $17, which is a pretty big raise, and we're loving this spot with pocket kings. The player next to act makes the call. We get more action, and the player to my right 3-bets to $50. And he hasn't been playing a whole lot of hands. Really interesting spot here on the button. And once again, he's a pretty big stack. He is about 1,300 effective. I've got 1,300 effective, so maybe we could play a pretty big one. Here, kings on the button, going to be 4-betting here. Sometimes I could flat, maybe. There's some merit to flatting for sure since we're so deep, but because we're so deep, 4-betting makes the most sense. I go ahead and 4-bet to $175, and action pretty quickly folds all the way back around to him. And not really thinking too long, he just rips his whole stack in. Wow. Rips it all in.
I'm all in.
5-bet jams, about $1,300, and I've got him covered just by a little bit. Here, it's a pretty easy fold. It's aces basically every single time. Like maybe 98% of the time he's got aces. No one else is jamming ace king or queens or whatever. So this is a pretty gross spot. It's not a spot that I've been in actually so far up until my poker life and poker career. But we go ahead and fold pocket kings, fold them face up because the friendly 1-2 table, and he eventually later, I don't think I caught it on camera, but he did show that he had pocket aces. So I mean, that really big jam just showed he had aces, and it's a pretty easy fold with kings. I thought about it for a little bit just because, well, it was kings and I didn't want to fold, but in the heart of hearts, I knew I had to fold that one. So that's the last hand we go over. We lose the 175 with kings, unfortunately, but we got away from it there. All right, guys, wrapping up the session right here. Good times at MGM Springfield. What is happening to this camera? What is this outro? Ooh, what? I didn't even know I could do this. I don't even know what's going on right now. But anyways, played for about 4 hours, in the game for 800, out of the game for 1330. So decent time overall. I always find a way to run pretty good at MGM here. Kind of crazy. Unfortunately, we ran kings into aces there, but we finally made that fold for the first time ever. Made that fold, so that was interesting. You know, I feel kind of good about it, but obviously just losing 175. Yeah, not that great. Not a fun feeling to lose 175, but could have lost a lot more if he just played it a little bit better, I think. You just can't 5-bet jam that. It's so deep, like it's crazy. But pretty easy fold for us, and a good trip overall to Western Mass. Anyways, hopefully enjoy the video, hopefully enjoy the table footage. It's always cool to get table footage for you guys and add that to the vlog. I think it just increases the production quality so much. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Check out all of my other YouTube channels down below. Hopefully enjoyed the drone footage too from earlier. Really happy that I got a drone from Black. Really happy that I got a drone on Black Friday, so that's super cool. I'm gonna incorporate that in every single vlog from now on because it looks dope. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.